Hey, Tim Unkert here, and in this video what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up Emacs. So I have a fresh install of Emacs, and I'm going to set it up the way I use it. I've been using it for work as a web developer, and I've got it just a basic setup. I don't go with a 1,000 long line setup, but just so it works, and we're going to set it up with evil mode and put a few other things in there like PHP mode, JS2 mode, and web mode. And we'll get some cool themes as well. So that'll be fun. All right, so I'm going to fire up Emacs here by just typing Emacs, and we'll show you what it looks like when it starts. Okay. So you'll see when it starts, we got this toolbar here. It looks kind of plain. We got this welcome message. It's not that visually appealing. It's not bad, but it's just kind of basic. So what I'm going to do is I'm first going to close it out, because the first time you fire it up, if you see here, it creates .emacs.d directory. So now I'm going to fire it back up again. Okay. And I'm going to type Alt-X, and that's going to bring me the command down here. And I'm just going to type dired, D-I-R-E-D, and just hit enter, and that's going to give me the base directory, and I can use N and P to go up and down. So I'm just going to go down to .emacs.d, go here. There's nothing in here. I'm going to do Control-X, Control-F, and it's going to, down here, give me the option to create a file. And I want to create a file called init, I-N-I-T, .el. Okay. Now in that file, I want to start typing some Lisp to basically configure the editor on startup. So the first thing I'm going to type is set Q. I'm going to look at my notes while I'm doing this, because I wouldn't consider myself an Emacs expert by any means, but I've got it working where it's fairly nice, but I don't memorize all this stuff. All right, so this first command, and we want to do these all in parentheses. That's the thing with Lisp. The first command is set Q inhibit startup message and then a space T. Okay, so that means every time it loads up, you're not going to see that welcome message anymore. That's what that is going to do. Then I kind of want more of a blank slate when I start up, so I'm going to do scroll bar mode -1. I'm going to do a bunch of things, but that's going to get rid of the little scroll bar on the side because I never use it. I mean, you can still scroll, you don't have that. And then I'll do toolbar mode -1, then tool tip mode -1, and then menu bar mode -1. And that's going to get rid of a lot of the junk there. Okay. Just take a look. The other thing I want to do is when it starts up, I want to get the screen maximized. So I'm going to say add to list, then we have one quote mark there, default frame a list, another single quote, a parentheses, full screen dot maximized. And then we want to close out our two parentheses there. I'm going to do Control-X, Control-S to save the file. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do Control-X, Control-C to quit the file, and to quit Emacs. And I'm going to open Emacs again. And I've also pinned Emacs down here, so you can just pin it and open it from here on your taskbar as well. Okay, so now it's opened. When it opens, it's maximized. The default theme, actually, I kind of like as a light theme, but we'll get some other themes as well. But we've got our font. It's size 10. This is the font. So, there's some more things I want to do with this. All right, so I'm going to go back, do Alt-X, and then type dir. Okay, enter to get the home directory. We're going to go down to .emacs.d and open the init.el. And to go down and go up, you can use the arrow keys, or the mouse or anything like that. But you can also use Control-N and Control-P. And then with a Chromebook, you do the search and an arrow key, and it brings you to the end of the line. That's a pretty nice feature. Okay, so I want to set my font. Now, as I say this is Emacs version 27.2. When you install Debian 10 on a Chromebook, if you don't build it from source, you get 26.1, I believe. Now, you can set the default font in 26.1, but it is slightly different than setting the default font in 27.2. So this applies to 27.2, so just keep that in mind. All right, so I'm going to set face attribute. There's dashes between this. Then default nil. And I might change this later, but I'm going to do a little bit larger font for you guys so you can see it a little bit better. So Cuisine is the one I like. Let's do it at 18 so it gets nice and big so you can see it nice and big. I normally do 11. This is 10, so I just do slightly larger than this. But we'll do that, and Control X, Control S, and then Control X, Control C, quit it out, start again. And you can change the font in the menu too, but all right, so now we see I've got it really huge. It's a lot bigger than I'd like to use, but all right. So go back to dir, go down, .emacs.d, init.el. I'm going to do Control-N to get down. Okay, and then move to the end of the line there. Okay, so now we can also load one of the default themes if we want. So let's say we wanted a dark theme. I would type load theme, Tango dark. And if I put, we're going to get to the Doom themes in a moment. If I put T here, then it will not ask me if I really want this to load, because if I put themes in and I don't have the T, it's going to ask me every time I start up, do you really want it to load? And then I say yes, and then it says you can run code, and you have to say yes, and it's kind of annoying. With Tango Dark, I don't think it would do that because it's one of the default themes, but I'm going to put it anyways, and I'm going to Control X, Control S to save, Control X, Control C to quit, and we'll start it back up with that theme. Okay. All right, so now you see this darker theme, and this Tango Dark is pretty cool. I'm going to go back to dir down here, and I'm going to go down to my .emacs.d, init.el, and I'm going to go down. All right, so now we're going to do a few more things. I want to get my my line numbers and relative line numbers. So to do that, what I'm going to do is do two commands. So global display line numbers mode. And then below that, to get a relative number, I'm going to say set q display line numbers type dash or space, and then a quote relative. Okay. And Control X, Control S to save, Control X, Control C to quit. Open it again. And we see we've got relative numbers. So you see this top number here is 3 numbers up from where I am. This is 1 number up. And that's going to help with evil mode. It also helps if you have the typical Emacs key bindings, because you can do something like Control X, I believe it's Control X, Control U, like put in some number, like say I want to go up 3. But this would be helpful if, let's say you want to go up 50 numbers, right? Do Control X, Control U, 50, Control P, which is previous lines. So you go up 50 previous lines. Okay, so you can do that in evil mode, which is like Vim mode. What you would do if you wanted to go up 50 lines is just in normal mode, in evil mode, you do 50K and it would go up. So it's a little bit easier, I think, in evil mode. All right. Okay, so I'm going to bring back up Ed and go down here to .emacs.d to init.el, and let's go down here. And let's say I want to go down 6. So Control X, Control U, 6, Control N. Nope, I messed up. Control G to quit. Okay. Anyways, maybe it's just Control U, 14, Control P. Okay, just Control U, no Control X. So if I want to go down, that's an Emacs key binding. So Control U, let's go down 14 lines, 14. You see the command coming up here, and then Control N. Okay, that brings me down to the bottom. All right. Oops, and let me quit out of that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is set up packages, because I do want to get my evil mode in there. I want to get my web mode, and I want to get that stuff set up. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to require package, and then I'm going to type set q package archives, then single quote, 2 parentheses, Melpa is a package manager we're going to use, and then a dot, and then the address, https://melpa.org/packages/ quotes, close that one out, and then it's going to indent to the same spot because we haven't closed out both parentheses there, and this first one as well. I'm also going to bring in Melpa stable, do a dot https, move this up so you can see everything I'm typing, stable.melpa.org/packages/ quotes, close that one out, and then one more, which is elpa, which has some stuff, and then https elpa.gnu.org/packages and then quotes, and then close those parentheses. All right, we're going to go down here and type package -initialize. Okay, and then under here, we're going to type a command unless package archive contents. Okay, and then go to the next line, and you see it indents a little bit, and then package refresh contents. And when I type all this stuff, what's going to happen is when I start this up, it's going to like not be maximized for a moment, and it's going to load like these lists of packages, and then we'll be able to refresh the list of packages and install some packages. So I'm going to say unless package, and if I'm not explaining this quite the Emacs way, let me know in the comments. Again, I'm not an Emacs expert. I just find it like a cool piece of software that I want to learn more about, and I'm sharing what I know about it. So I'm going to say use package, and then package install use package. Okay, and use package, that's going to help you to get those packages. So, okay. Next thing we're going to put, we have one more thing, well, 2 more lines to do. Require, and I think there's documentation on this online, but require use package. Actually, I know there is, but and then set q use package always ensure t, and we're going to do Control X, Control S, and Control X, Control C We're going to restart Emacs now, and you'll see it kind of like not fully maximize right away. It's going to take a moment. So I'm going to start Emacs. Okay, so it's not maximized. It's kind of like it's loading. Okay, and now I think we've got, okay, there we go. I think it finally loaded up and maximized. Okay, so, and with the bigger font, it normally appears in the center of the screen with my normal font, but with this jacked up font, I think it's kind of like off. It's like, what am I doing? All right. Anyway, so I'm going to do Alt X and do package install. And if I hit a spacebar, it does the dash for me. Not package install, sorry, package list packages. Okay, and that's going to refresh the list of packages, and then we can start installing some. Okay, so we have this huge list of packages, and now I'm going to, so it says package refresh done. So I'm going to do Alt X and then package install. Okay, and I want to install PHP mode. So I'm going to go do that. It's going to contact and compile, and you see it's running. It says functions already compiled. Okay, that one's done. And I'm going to do Alt X and just hit the up arrow key to do package install again. Then let's do web mode. And it's going to go and do all that. Okay. Do another package install. Let's do evil mode. Okay. Okay. Then let's do Alt X. Let's also do evil commentary so I can comment out stuff. Evil commentary. No match. If I type evil and I type return, it gives me the list of stuff I can do. I thought it was evil commentary. Maybe I spelled it wrong. Huh. Maybe I have to restart it. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to quit out of that, and we'll go back to package install. And I want to do JS2 mode, which is a JavaScript mode. It's a little bit better than JS mode I'm reading online, but feel free to contradict that in the comments if you think it isn't. All right, so we're going to contact the host. We're compiling all that stuff. Okay, all right. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to install, let's install one more thing that makes evil mode, makes me able to quit out of insert mode into normal mode when I'm using evil mode. So evil mode is Vim mode. Vim has insert, normal mode, visual mode. You can quit out with escape, but sometimes that's a little far reach on the keyboard. You can also do Alt J, K, H, and L to quit out. But I also like to remap JJ. And to do that, I need to install a package. So I'm going to type package install, and I'm going to install the package. It's going to be key chord. Okay, and we've done that. All right. So now I'm going to go back, and now we've got our Doom themes. So I'm actually going to go back to Dear Ed, and we're going to go down, and we haven't loaded evil mode yet. I'm going to go into .emacs.d, go down to init.el. I can start evil mode by just typing evil mode, and now we have evil mode enabled. I can do J, K, L, and H to move around. If I want to move to the bottom of the file, I do Shift G. Okay, which actually I do. So you'll see when I did all that stuff, it loaded up some packages. So it has the list of packages there. And now after this, I'm going to go to insert mode here, and I am now going to add some things. Okay, so I want to get my web mode working a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is defun my web mode hook. This is an example that I took online. I'm just, yeah, that was good enough. Okay, and just give quotes. This is hooks for web mode. Okay, and we're going to set a few things. So set q web mode markup indent offset 2, then set q web mode css indent offset. Oh, and there's one other package I forgot to install. I'll do that in a moment. And then set q web mode, web mode code indent offset 2. And then we're going to go down here and close that. Okay. And let's see, make sure I did everything right. It looks okay. All right. And right here, I'm going to add my hook, and which is the web, single quote web mode hook. So, and then the name, which is my web mode hook. So whatever, I just took this name from what they were using online, but if you, whatever name you gave it. So my web mode hook. Okay. And all right. Now we're going to go down here and require web mode. And I want to add to my list. So add to list. And we're going to do a bunch of these. And I'm going to go and actually copy this stuff in because there is a lot of different file types. I have, PHP, I have HTML, various other things. So let me go to, actually, I don't have GitHub on here. All right, well, we're going to type them out. Sorry, change of plan. So auto mode a list, then quote parentheses / dot p html / Now, I got this online, so this is stuff that seems to help it work a little bit better. All right, and so I don't have to type this all out. I'm going to do escape to get into normal mode, then YY and paste it. Let's see, we want to do 5 more paste, so 5p. Okay, so I paste it, and now I have to change this stuff. So the next one, and this is online, the web mode documentation. This is like a sample setup. So it's going to be, let me delete this. It's going to be TPL, and then .php / okay. Go down to the next one, delete this. It's going to be .agj sp, and then, okay, down to the next one. And I can switch into normal mode by doing Alt-J. That didn't work. Alt-J. No, it's not working. Okay, never mind. Scratch that. It normally works. Okay. And then the next one is .as bracket CP X. And then the next one, hopefully I'm getting these all right, is .erb. And that one was easy. And then the next one is going to be .mustache. And then the next one is going to be .dj.html. Okay. And again, this is for something I got online, so that is what it is. Okay, to do a comment, like if I wanted to comment what this next part is, let's comment that this is going to require evil mode. So I'm going to do require evil, and then below just evil mode 1. Okay. I think I could do also, if I want to start up so I don't have to type web mode, I think I can do web mode 1, but let's see. All right, so I'm going to actually save it at this point, and I'm going to do Control X, Control S, Control X, Control C, rather, to quit it. And let's start Emacs, and we'll see if it allows me the web mode. So it actually says, no, there's an issue. The web mode hook. Okay, so I'll do Control X1 to get out of here, and then Alt X, dear ed, go down. Emacs won't enable. I can do Control V to move down here quickly, and then Control N. Let me try and let's see. Just checking. Yeah, that should be all right there. Okay, I think the problem is going to be, so I'll do Control Space to set a mark, and then let's delete that. Control X, Control S, Control X, Control C, quit out, start Emacs again. Okay, and so now it started up like normal. So that was the issue. I think I just need to do maybe web mode, but let me do something else first. So let's do Alt X and then dear ed. And we'll go back to our init.el. Whoops, escape out of here. I'm in evil mode when I start up, so I can do Control G to get to the bottom here. I to get into insert, and let's make a comment that we are going to remap JJ in insert mode to the escape key. Okay, that makes it a little bit easier to get out. So I'm going to do set Q key chord. That's that key chord package that we downloaded earlier. 2 keys, and then we can set the delay. This was a recommendation online, 0.5. So and then key chord define, and then a space evil insert state map, and then in quotes JJ, and then one single quote evil normal state. Okay, so that's going to switch it, and we're going to have key chord mode 1. Okay, and I'm going to escape and save. Let's try with the web mode. I think I'm just going to do web mode. I think that will work, but I'm not sure. Okay, so now I can do :W to save it, and then :Q to quit out of it. And we'll start Emacs again, and we'll see. And okay, so it was just web mode, just like type like that. So that enables it. Now, one last thing. Oh, a couple last things. So one, we're going to do package list packages, and it's going to take a moment and refresh our packages. I'm going to get a little coffee while we do that. And I'm going to do Alt X package install, and I'm going to do prettier. And we're going to install prettier, and that will allow me to run prettier prettify, which is a command. I do Alt X, and that prettifies my HTML. It's an odd word. My HTML, my CSS, and my JavaScript. So it formats it, basically. It's a formatter. Now, to get prettier to work, you do have to have Node installed. Let me open another window and show you the command that you would have to type once you have Node installed. So this is on a Chromebook, so we're running Linux here, so it might be a little bit different on a Windows or a Mac, but you're gonna have to type sudo because you want to have not supervisor. I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but sudo npm I for install -g for global, and then you would have to install prettier. Okay, I've already done that, so I don't need to do that, but you do need to do that globally, okay, to get it to work. But it's pretty straightforward once you do that. Okay, so another thing, now I'm going to toggle menu mode, because if you remember, I think we downloaded all those Doom themes, and now so we got this menu. So you can toggle the stuff back, or you could leave it on. You don't have to put what I put in my Emacs config, but you can go to custom themes here, and we haven't installed the custom theme yet because they haven't showed up. So let's do that actually. So package list packages, let's do that, and then get going in a moment. Okay, now we're going to do package install. Okay, and then Doom themes. Okay, so, and actually it's going to give you a bunch of, so it's 4 files, but it has a bunch of themes. Now I believe when we go to options, this should show up. We may need to restart, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, so they all showed up. So we can pick a theme now. Let's say because Halloween's coming up, we want Doom Dracula. You see here, if we don't put that T I was mentioning earlier, it's going to ask you these questions. Do you want to really load it? Yes. Treat the same theme as safe in future sessions? Yes. And then it actually does load it, okay? I don't want to have to do that every time I start up. So I'm going to go to Dear Ed, and I'm going to go down here to my init.el, and we see we got this theme, Tango Dark. I'm going to delete that. We want to keep that T there. Remember, that's going to keep it from me asking the questions. And actually, I deleted that. I'm going to type undo to undelete that. Now I'm going to type the theme Doom Dracula, okay? And then JJ puts me back into normal mode, and then :W to save. I'm going to go up here and just change this back to my normal font, 11, and then save it. And now quit out, and then I'll just start Emacs from here this time. And it loads up. It's got the Dracula theme. It's ready to go. And that's my setup at this moment. It may change, but I hope you found this helpful. Again, some of the stuff I typed in, I got off the internet. I'm not an Emacs expert, but this is my Emacs config right now. It's been working pretty well for me at work. If you have any suggestions on how it might be even further improved for web development, I'm definitely open to listen to those. So please put those in the comments below. I think that would be pretty cool. And maybe I'll incorporate some of those. And thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications, as it really helps the channel grow. And if you already have liked and subscribed, thank you. I hope you keep watching and keep returning to my videos. Have a great day.